The body is a symbol of the entire universe. Okay, so the Pancha Mahabhut as we see.
ये हमारे टेक्स्ट में रिटर्न है
ये अपने टेक्स्ट में, आयुर्वेदिक टेक्स्ट में है.
दैट
Which
द
are
बॉडी
the
इज अ सिंबल ऑफ द यूनिवर्स.
Universe. Okay, it's called the Pinda Brahmanda Nyay. They are also related to the mental or the manasik doshas, which are the Sattva, Raja and Tama. Okay,
सो वात पित्त एंड
Vat, Pitta and Kapha.
वात पित्त और कफ ये एक्चुअली
Three
हमारे
doshas.
जो त्रिदोषास
Physical
हैं,
elements.
ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन है हमारे 5 एलिमेंट्स के.
Yeah.
पृथ्वी के जो 5 एलिमेंट्स.
वात या वायु जो है वो वायु और आकाश से है. हाँ, this regulates all the movements in our body. The pitta, what we say is the pitta dosha is the agni, और तेज गुण, जो तेजो गुण रहता है in the universe, that is the pitta, or it is the fiery element. This is the digestive fire, this is the metabolic fire that is helpful in transformation.
वात पित्त एंड कफ आर रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ द नेचुरल एलिमेंट्स.
Okay.
सो मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ डिफरेंटली, तीनों को हम डिफरेंट ट्रीट करेंगे. अगर वात हमारी बॉडी में ठीक नहीं है, अलाइनमेंट में नहीं है, तो कौन से डिसीजेस हो सकते हैं. पित्त ठीक नहीं है तो कौन से डिसीजेस हो सकते हैं, और कफ ठीक नहीं है तो कौन से डिसीजेस हो सकते हैं.
Yeah. So see, Vat as such can combine with Pitta and Kapha and give rise to many diseases. The Kapha
तो
Prakriti.
कफ प्रकृति,
Generally
उन्हें कौन से इश्यूज होंगे.
उनको जनरली होता है weight gain. They tend to gain weight very easily because उनमें कफ दोष ज़्यादा रहता है.
Okay.
So obesity is very much that is seen.
नमस्ते एवरीवन एंड वेलकम बैक टू अनदर इंटरेस्टिंग एपिसोड ऑफ द स्पीडी पंडित शो, जहां हम स्पिरिचुअल और नॉलेजेबल गेस्ट को इनवाइट करते हैं, उनसे बातें करते हैं और हमारे हिंदुइज्म में जो नॉलेज एग्जिस्ट करता है उसे सीखने की कोशिश करते हैं. हिंदुइज्म की टीचिंग 4 वैदिक लिटरेचर से आती है: ऋग्वेद, अथर्ववेद, सामवेद और यजुर्वेद. अथर्ववेद का ही एक उपवेद या सेकेंडरी नॉलेज है जिसे हम आयुर्वेदा भी कहते हैं. आयुर्वेदा, जिसे हम सब जानते हैं, एक 5000 इयर्स पुराना एंशिएंट इंडियन मेडिकल साइंस है जो आज भी काफी एडवांस्ड माना जाता है. आयुर्वेदा में सात्विक लाइफस्टाइल और सात्विक डाइट को काफी ज्यादा महत्व दिया गया है. ऐसे माना गया है कि सात्विक लाइफस्टाइल और सात्विक डाइट फॉलो करके हम काफी सारे डिसीजेस क्योर ही नहीं प्रिवेंट भी कर सकते हैं. सात्विक लाइफस्टाइल और डाइट क्या है, उसे हम कैसे फॉलो करें और उससे एग्जैक्टली हमें क्या बेनिफिट्स मिलने वाले हैं, इन सवालों को डिस्कस करने के लिए आज हमने डॉक्टर माया गोलीकरे को इन्वाइट किया है. डॉक्टर माया एक रिनॉन्ड आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर और पंचकर्मा एक्सपर्ट है जिन्हें 20+ इयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस है. गाइज, ये पॉडकास्ट बहुत ही ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग और इंसाइटफुल होने वाला है, इसलिए मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ प्लीज इसे एंड तक देखना. सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर अडू, लेट्स डाइव इनटू द पॉडकास्ट. हेलो डॉक्टर माया.
Hello.
नमस्ते
Hi.
एंड वेलकम टू द स्पीडी
नमस्ते.
पंडित शो. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग हियर.
Most welcome.
आप 20 इयर्स से आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन प्रैक्टिशनर हैं,
Yes.
तो व्हाट वाज योर कॉलिंग. आपको आयुर्वेदा में क्यों प्रैक्टिस करना था, वेयर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल गो इनटू वेस्टर्न मेडिसिन.
Yes. Frankly speaking, I would really say that I was not, actually thinking about going for Ayurveda at that
Okay.
time. It was just that probably I was destined. It was more of my dad's, view that I should be going or pursuing for Ayurveda. And when I did my studies also, I just read the texts, it was just like, okay, I have to do or complete my academics. But when I actually started practicing Ayurveda, I saw how meaningful it is in today's lifestyle, how it is really beneficial for people today. And when they follow certain lifestyle and these things that I'm relating to the doshas or the Vat, Pitta, Kapha, the body constitution of each person, I really see how the texts of those times, so many years old, that how they have related and how these problems have been tackled.
These texts are about more than 5000 years पुराने ये हमारे टेक्स्ट हैं.
Absolutely.
तो आपको पहले इंटरेस्ट था कि हिंदू वेदास में, हमारे जो वैदिक ट्रेडिशंस है उसमें.
My reading improved, or I actually started reading about it, and then I really I realized that how these texts are bringing up the knowledge. And as per what is Ayurveda, it is Ayurveda, that is the knowledge of life, it is a science of life.
It is a science of life.
Science of life. And mainly the aim of Ayurveda is swastasya swasthya rakshanam aturasya vikara prashamanam cha. So preventive, it's a preventive medicine more than the curative part. Definitely we tackle the ailments as and how the person is diseased or the person is suffering from a particular ailment, but it is how you can prevent it. And that's why when I basically tell my patients and otherwise also, how lifestyle changes are very necessary.
सो इन वेस्टर्न मेडिसिन जैसे हम देखते हैं कि अगर कोई डिसीज हो रहा है तो हम डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम हैविंग कॉफ कोल्ड
Right.
या फिर आई हैड अ डिसीज ऑफ स्किन सोराइसिस,
Correct. Huh.
तो हम स्किन दिखाते हैं, उसके ऊपर वो ऑइंटमेंट दे रहे हैं.
Yeah.
दिस इज हैपनिंग. देयर परसेप्शन टुवर्ड्स क्योरिंग अ डिसीज इज दैट डिसीज क्या है उसके ऊपर वो दवाई दे देते हैं. नाउ व्हाट इज आयुर्वेदा's परसेप्शन टू लुकिंग टुवर्ड्स अ क्योर और लुकिंग टुवर्ड्स अ डिसीज?
Yeah, see, Ayurveda basically, if you go to see, let me just tell you in short about this. कि whatever the elements or are there in the body is a symbol of the entire universe. Okay, so the Pancha Mahabhut, as we see.
ये हमारे टेक्स्ट में रिटन है
ये अपने टेक्स्ट में आयुर्वेदिक टेक्स्ट में है.
दैट
which
द
are
बॉडी
the
इज अ सिंबल ऑफ द यूनिवर्स.
universe. Okay, it's called the Pinda Brahmanda Nyay. Okay,
Okay.
if you are aware of. So here, what we say is the Prithvi, Jala, Tej, Vayu, Akash, which are the 5 elements, and they are narrowed to the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, which are the physical elements in your body. They
Okay.
are also related to the mental or the manasik doshas, which are the Sattva, Raja, and Tama. Okay,
सो वात पित्त एंड
Vat, Pitta, and Kapha.
वात पित्त और कफ ये एक्चुअली
Three
हमारे
doshas,
जो त्रिदोषास
physical
हैं,
elements.
ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन है हमारे 5 एलिमेंट्स के,
Yeah.
पृथ्वी के जो 5 एलिमेंट्स हैं.
Correct.
वाओ.
5
ओके.
elements के representatives है. If I tell you in detail, वात या वायु जो है वो वायु और आकाश से है. हाँ, this regulates all the movements in our body, the voluntary, involuntary functions of the body. And जो वात है, it is like a remote control. It basically tries to control your entire body system, your mind system, in short.
इज इट योर नर्वस सिस्टम?
Not exactly the nervous system, all the voluntary and involuntary
Okay,
functions.
fair enough.
Even when I just want to lift up this glass, it is the vat which is telling the impulse to the brain, and that's how it can do the simple act of taking the glass or the
Okay.
cup. Okay. The pitta, what we say, is the pitta dosha is the agni, or tej gun, जो tejo gun रहता है in the universe, that is the pitta, or it is the fiery element. This is the digestive fire. This is the metabolic fire that is helpful in transformation. Now this transformation is right from the sukshma and the sthula. Now see, this we go more in detail, it will be difficult.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is the transformation of anything. That is, if we have the food, ahar, and that is transformed in our body. This is because of the pitta. So this goes to the sukshmati sukshma levels. And then it goes as a nourishing part to the different tissues and the body parts, that is called ahar ras. Okay.
ओके.
And then the next is kapha. So kapha is prithvi and jala together.
ओके.
So kapha is the secretions which are there in your body, secretions in the different outlets, and some of the secretions need to be brought out of the body, and some secretions are necessary within the body, which can be right from your joints which have the secretions, synovial fluid that we call, and many other secretions which are there within the body which are necessary. The fluids within the stomach lining, all these secretions. So this is the kapha. And each person's prakruti is different. So every
Okay.
person's body constitution is different. Okay. So here when you ask me about the part that is psoriasis or any physical ailment,
जी.
suppose these doshas or the vat pitta kapha or the sattva rajatama, these doshas are not in balance, or there is an imbalance which is caused, which can be sometimes due to some external factors,
Okay.
which can be sometimes due to some internal factors, the food habits, the lifestyle, all this together can have an impact and lead to the problem or the ailment.
तो यहाँ पे it is very surprising for me to firstly understand that Vat, Pitta and Kapha are a representation of the natural elements.
Okay.
So मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ differently, तीनों को हम different treat करेंगे. अगर वात हमारी बॉडी में ठीक नहीं है, अलाइनमेंट में नहीं है, तो कौन से डिसीजेस हो सकते हैं? पित्त ठीक नहीं है तो कौन से डिसीजेस हो सकते हैं? और कफ ठीक नहीं है तो कौन से डिसीजेस हो सकते हैं?
Yeah. So see, Vat as such can combine with Pitta and Kapha and give rise to many diseases. Now here I will go in a vice versa way to
Okay.
explain the further part. That is, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि आहार जो लिया जाता है, that is the food that you have. This food is when you chew it, when you see the food, your taste buds are stimulated. This is the and then it mixes with the saliva, okay, and then it goes into your stomach.
Correct.
It is transformed into ahar ras, okay. Ahar ras is the digestive or the soluble part, so that's how it gets digested. And there is pitta within your stomach, the lining of the stomach, and then it goes to the different tissues, okay, the different body parts. That's how the nourishment happens. So here what role is played is first the ahar that goes, that is nourishing your body, but as well as the mind. It is not only the body. Here we are not considering the food that you have is only with vital nutrients. It is also something that we love to eat, we should eat, and the food that we eat is transformed in our body and then it will nourish the body parts.
Correct.
So when this goes into the or the same food which nourishes our body can sometimes, if it is not had in a proper way, we do not stick to the rules or the food habits that is necessary, this ahar can be transformed into what is called the toxin or the ama. It is also called ama vish or a poison, okay? It is almost like a poison. So when this ama is formed in the body, it leads to ailments. Okay? So roge sarva api mandagnau means when your digestive fire is lowered, when your metabolism is lowered, and this ahar is transformed into something called ama or the visha, then it leads to many ailments. So these
just
ailments,
to get this straight, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
So just to get this straight, हमारे जो 3 दोषा हैं,
हाँ.
उनके अलाइनमेंट में आने से पहले हम बॉडी में क्या फूड डाल रहे हैं,
हाँ.
इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम देयर.
It starts from there.
ओके, तो हम क्या आहार ले रहे हैं और वो आहार हमारे पित्त पे क्या इट इज व्हाट इफेक्ट इट इज
Effect it is
क्रिएटिंग
having.
ऑन योर पित्त.
Yeah.
बेसिस ऑन दैट फिर वो न्यूट्रिशन कहाँ जा रहा है,
Right.
उसके टॉक्सिन्स बन रहे हैं क्या, एंड देन इट इज कन्वर्टिंग इनटू अ डिसीज.
Yeah. So here I just want to say that when this armor is formed, it can get, it can also, it mixes with the pitta and it will call amla pitta. That is,
Amla pitta.
hyperacidity.
Okay.
It can go into the different tissues. It mixes or it combines with the vata dosh and it can give amavat. That is rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh,
So
okay.
Sandhivat, Amvat are both different, but here I am talking about Amvat right now. So this is how it can give rise to different ailments. Indigestion, what we say, because of not having food at proper time. And most important is the prakruti of the person, that is Vataja prakruti, Pittaj prakruti, Kafaja. So there are also the combinations of prakruti. So that's how the person will be affected. Now to give you an example, if a person is, Ayurveda says that a person should not be having curds. Okay, because it is abhishandi or it increases the secretions within your body.
ये सबके लिए है कि कर्ड नहीं कंज्यूम करना
नहीं
चाहिए.
करना चाहिए, बट उसके कुछ रूल्स है.
Okay.
The way how you can consume the curds,
Okay.
we also try to tell our patients that how it can be consumed.
जी.
So I'm giving an example that a person has had curds. So ice cream khaya, curds khaya. So every person is not going to be affected by that. But one of the person who is kapha prakruti will get cold. Immediately the person will have cold. The secretions will increase in the body and it will increase the sinusitis or or also headaches. So कर्ड से अम्ल पित्त या हाइपर एसिडिटी भी हो सकता है. And then we tell the patient how to change this and how they can have certain foods in a certain way. But curd as such is not recommended, but I just give an example because that has become a common
part of your diet.
Right.
So जितना मैं समझ पा रहा हूँ कि जो भी आयुर्वेदा के अनुसार हमारे बॉडी में डिसीजेस बनते हैं,
Right.
उसका फर्स्ट नेचर क्या है कि वो आपकी प्रकृति क्या है, आप क्या इनटेक कर सकते हो, क्या नहीं कर सकते हो.
Right.
और दूसरा मेन इसमें चीज़ है कि आप क्या खाना अपने बॉडी में डाल रहे हो।
राइट
तो जब हम आयुर्वेदा के बारे में पढ़ते हैं, बात करते हैं, ज़्यादा हमने नहीं पढ़ा है, बट जितना सोशल मीडिया से वी हैव अंडरस्टूड
राइट
is that Ayurveda, promotes a lot of सात्विक डाइट.
राइट
तो ये सात्विक डाइट बेसिकली क्या होता है एंड व्हाट इज सात्विक इन नेचर?
Right. So, as per Ayurveda, as I said, that if we relate the manasik doshas or even what is sattvic. Now, sattvic means the pure form, sattva gun, जिसमें सत्व गुण है. So, it is the natural form, the pure form, or it can be like the fresh, warm. Okay.
Okay.
What is seasonal? That is like mangoes in that particular season. Okay. And also the food that you relish. Now here I will tell you what do you mean by relishing food. So food that you see is also something that you want to eat. Is also what you can relish. Okay.
Okay.
So here when we also talk about sattvic food, what Ayurveda suggests are some common things. Like जैसे कि हम प्रसाद देते हैं भगवान को.
जी.
सो जिस तरीके का प्रसाद रहता है, जैसे सुस्निग्धम मधुर आहारश्च चतुर्थांश विवर्जिताः, मीन्स व्हाट आयुर्वेदा सेज इज, या योगिक टेक्स्ट में है, आयुर्वेदा में है कि अपना स्टमक का थोड़ा पार्ट, दैट इज 1/4 पार्ट, शुड ऑलवेज बी एम्प्टी so that the food is digested in a proper manner. Okay, and the air and water gets that space to digest.
Okay.
तो सात्विक फूड या मिताहार what we say, or in moderation, is what you supposed to have. So here when we say about sattvic food, try to have food that is wholesome. If you have grains also, green moong is the best sattvic food.
Okay.
Boiled, sprouted, या उसका जो सूप बनता है, it's called mugdayush. Okay.
Okay.
Mugdayush is mainly adding water to the boiled moong and making a soup out of it. Dal khichdi, simple like moong dal and rice.
वो भी
Again
सात्विक है?
adding cow's ghee is something what we say susnigdham. Susnigdham is in which there is good fat in that. Fat is also necessary for the digestion. Here we try to see that we want diet restrictions and weight loss, so we try to avoid everything, all fats, but the good fats are necessary for the body.
Okay.
As well as sattvikta for the calmness for the mind also.
So when you say that we can add ghee to our food and वो एक सात्विक आहार है, लेकिन जितना मुझे पता है कि मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स आर बैंड
Okay.
जब आप सात्विक खाने की बात करते हो, तो इज इट ट्रू और हाउ इज इट?
आयुर्वेदा टेक्स्ट में ऐसे बताया है कि मेनली सुस्निग्धम यानी गोघृत, गाय का घी, गाय का दूध, दैट इज डेफिनेटली गुड फॉर योर बॉडी, फॉर नरिशिंग द माइंड. Even in today's time, certain amount of fats, which is mainly the good fats that we say, til oil, also coconut oil, they are generally good in the way that we advise them. But cow's ghee, cow's milk, they are essentials, and in what way they are consumed is equally important. Okay. The way we advise to each person. Also, certain amounts of fats may be good for one person who has that particular prakriti, like जैसे वात प्रकृति के लिए अच्छा है, but for the kapha prakriti we have to again regulate their diet schedule and how much quantity they can have. That is equally important.
So एक वात प्रकृति का जो पर्सन होगा, उसे हमेशा बोन्स की इश्यूज होंगे, उसे जॉइंट्स की इश्यूज होंगे.
Right.
ओके. देन जो पित्त प्रकृति का होगा, उसे हमेशा हाइपर एसिडिटी के इश्यूज होंगे.
Right, absolutely.
एंड व्हाट इज द लास्ट वन?
The kapha
द
prakriti.
कफ प्रकृति. उन्हें कौन से इश्यूज होंगे?
उनको जनरली होता है वेट गेन. दे टेंड टू गेन वेट वेरी इजीली बिकॉज उनमें कफ दोष ज़्यादा रहता है.
ओके.
सो ओबेसिटी इज वेरी मच दैट इज सीन. इवन कार्डियक इश्यूज हो या ब्लॉकेजेस इन द चैनल्स बिकॉज ऑफ द कफ and the food that they eat, or when they have more of fats in their food, or if they don't follow a particular lifestyle, तो उससे उनके बॉडी में जो कफ और मेद बढ़ने लगता है, तो ओबेसिटी रिलेटेड अलग अलग प्रॉब्लम्स उनमें हो सकते हैं. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ ओबेसिटी अगेन दे आर गोइंग टू हैव जॉइंट पेन्स विच गिव्स प्रेशर ऑन देयर जॉइंट्स.
एक जब कोई डिसीज बढ़ जाता है तो उसके रिलेटेड सारे
हाँ,
डिसीज
राइट,
बढ़ जाते हैं.
एब्सोल्युटली.
कैन यू गिव लाइक थोड़ा सा रेमेडीज फॉर ईच डिसीज, या मतलब जो अभी हमने कहा हर प्रकृति के लिए?
Yeah, so again everywhere when we talk about sattvic food, we talk about, so most important few tips that I will first say, that is preventive part, and then I will go ahead.
Okay.
Mainly the food that is always advised in Ayurveda should be in moderation.
Okay.
Moderation means it should be had in limits, or what we say is langhanam. Langhanam param aushadam is advised in many of the texts in Ayurveda also. Why? Sometimes we need to give some time for our digestive system, or to take some rest. So how this langhanam can be done? It's a type of fasting. So this fasting can be either, sometimes a person will have either indigestion, hyperacidity because of overeating, not eating at proper times, or even if they just want, because of the cravings that they develop, so they are not really hungry, but they will just eat. पहले का
sake of
फूड
eating.
डाइजेस्ट नहीं हुआ है, उसके पहले ही उन्होंने खा लिया.
जी.
सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट कैन लीड टू इंडाइजेशन. सो यहाँ पे लंघनम परम औषधम, या जो आम विष या आम दोष के बारे में मैंने जब बताया, सो द फर्स्ट स्टेप दैट वी टेल इन मेनी पेशेंट्स इज दैट दे शुड बी डूइंग दिस फास्टिंग. तो फास्टिंग में कैसे करते हैं? दैट दे आर जनरली सपोज टू हैव आइदर वार्म वाटर, और ये मुग्धयूष यानी मूंग का सूप जैसे मैंने आपको बोला वैसे, और दे कैन रिस्ट्रिक्ट टू ओनली वन मील which they can have either when they are hungry and not before the hunger pangs.
This is 1 meal a day?
Not every day. We tell them either follow one day, that is follow the fasting,
Fair enough.
and then slowly start with light, easily digestible food.
जैसे हमारे टेक्स्ट में उपवास
उपवास कहाँ गया है? बराबर.
So it is the same thing which is structured like that.
It is structured like that because उपवास जो किया जाता है as per the religious norms is something that is done as per the rituals and the religion.
For Shraddha.
For Shraddha. But here we tell them for basically for a prevention, for preventing certain ailments to progress if they are progressing in a bad way, or even to take care when initially we start with Langhan or a soft diet, light diet, and then we go ahead with the medication part. Because as per Ayurveda, the Agni or the Jathar Agni, what we say, the digestive fire or the Pitta, so here this digestive fire has to be in good condition. अगर हम heavy food खाते हैं, जैसे कि अभी पनीर हो, चीज़ हो, ये सारी चीज़ें people generally eat more. So these things when they, आजकल fast food has become a common thing. So when these are eaten and then they because of the craving they'll stay late at night, they will eat more food, तो उससे और भी indigestion and other problems will increase.
Okay.
So here we tell them that this digestive fire needs to be brought first under, like it has to be
Under control.
under control नहीं, it has to be slowly ignited in a better way.
Okay.
वो अग्नि अगर डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर पा रहा है तो आहार भी डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर पाएगा, मेडिसिन्स भी डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर पाएगा. सो इवन वाटर जो जल है, वाटर वी ट्राई टू टेल देम दैट कभी लेना है एंड कैसे लेना है, बिकॉज समटाइम्स इफ द अग्नि हैज़ गॉन डाउन देन वी नीड टू टेल देम हाउ टू हैव वाटर. अगर पानी भी बहुत ज़्यादा पिया तो वो भी डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता है.
So जो हम डाइट सुनते हैं कि आज फुल डे मैंने वाटर इनटेक किया है,
हाँ.
इज इट गुड और बैड?
It depends. Now see in Ayurveda Shastra, as per the what we can say is the Suryodaya से लेके सूर्यास्त तक, that is Brahma Muhurte Uttishte. How you wake up in the morning, 1 hour at least 48 minutes before sunrise is what is recommended. And the sun rises, and from the sunrise to sunset, generally Ayurveda has advised dinacharya, or what you say, your lifestyle or a routine that is necessary for you. In that, Ayurveda has advised Ushappan, that is warm water as soon as you wake up.
Okay.
So this warm water in the morning generally helps to flush out your toxins, the kapha dosh that has when you wake up that has formed in the morning time, and then you start your day. And the same way, trying to have warm water at intervals can help in certain people, but again here we tell about the prakriti of that person.
Okay.
That how important the prakriti is, and every person, sometimes even having warm water or hot water can give rise to hyperacidity or acidic issues to some people, but not for a kapha prakriti person.
Okay.
So that is very important.
Again, it is dependent on उनकी प्रकृति कैसी है.
कैसी है.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ये जो हमने रूटीन अभी देखा, so Is this the sattvic routine that we say? Is this the sattvic lifestyle that we consider?
Sattvic lifestyle is how you try to, I mean, some people, they generally read about it. They generally also, they are seeing their elders in the house or in the family how to follow this, and they start following it.
See, my
But
question,
probably-
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Where am I getting this question from is that सात्विक फूड्स की जब हम बात करते हैं, हमने बस सात्विक आहार के बारे में सुना है.
Yeah.
बट जितना मुझे पता है कि सात्विकता या फिर यौगिक ये जो चीज़ें हैं, दीज आर नॉट एक्शंस, दीज आर वे ऑफ लाइव्स.
Absolutely.
तो अगर आप सिर्फ सात्विक फूड कंज्यूम कर रहे हो और आप एक सात्विक लाइफस्टाइल फॉलो नहीं कर रहे हो, तो अगेन उसका इफेक्ट आपको उतना नहीं मिलने वाला है. या तो फिर आप सात्विक लाइफस्टाइल फॉलो कर रहे हो
Yeah.
और आप सात्विक फूड्स नहीं ले रहे
नहीं
हो,
ले.
तो यू विल नॉट गेट अ कंप्लीट एंटायरिटी ऑफ इट.
Yes.
सो दैट इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि एक सात्विक लाइफस्टाइल क्या होती है.
So here I will just tell you about how our texts are so, like, knowledgeable. In Bhagavad Gita, in the 6th adhyay or the chapter 17th verse, it is said, Yukta ahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapna avabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhaha. So this means yukta ahara, yukta vihar. Just think about this. It is like something that I was impressed with this. Because here when yoga or Ayurveda texts say about mitahar, moderate eating, we were told in Bhagavad Gita text about thoughtful and mindful eating.
Mindful eating.
Mindful eating.
Okay.
Yukta ahara viharasya. So mindful eating means what you eat, what you're eating. Is it good for your body? Is it good for yourself? Because one man's food may not be good for the other person. So yukta
enough,
ahar.
yeah.
So mindful eating, mindful way of life, that is vihar. And yukta swapna meaning the way you sleep, your sleeping habits. All this is important for a healthy living. And yogo bhavati dukkha means your ailments will go at bay. Your ailments is the dukkha, your sufferings will be away, or this is how it is mentioned. So here I want to just say about this is when we are talking about sattvic food or sattvikta, it doesn't restrict you to only the food habits. It is the habits, your daily routine, your dinacharya, your habits that transforms you and brings the calmness, the sattvikta into you. And how this can be mentioned further is that your daily routine, try to follow discipline mainly in whatever you do is something very important. Regularity. Because when you wake up in the morning at a particular time, even when we say about the kapha part, try to have warm water. This warm water can be had with either dry ginger powder, ginger as per the season, or cinnamon, something which can bring down the kapha. Do regular exercise, which is very important for the body. When you are having your meals, now today there is people who follow 2 meals, they want to have 3 meals. Try to see, or you try to first chalk out what is what is beneficial and what is helping you. Some people, they will have now so there are some, I want to have apple cider vinegar, or ye acha hai, but that is not going to suit every person, nor as per their prakriti also, and it can give rise to lot of many adverse effects.
Yeah, which you are not even aware of while you're taking it.
Yeah, which you are not even aware of taking it. Okay. And similarly, the day's schedule, that is what time you will have your ahar. So the most advisable part is having your ahar, the mid meal, in a proper way, and early dinner, that is try to have your evening meal before sunset, or at least as early as possible. So generally the tamasic food is the वो leftover or the stale food. Generally हम refrigerate करते हैं और कल का खाना आज खाते हैं. So refrigerated has become a very common thing. The Tetra Pak milk also has become common. Then we generally overheat, or we have the fermented food, packed food, the preservatives wala, and the packaged food that is
Burgers,
got.
pizzas, everything will be.
So burger, pizza, and all that has lot of cheese. So what this will increase the tamasic gun. Tamasic gun is again the kapha dosh in the body, but the tamasic guna in the manomay. So here what it will do is it will increase the lethargy in your body,
Okay.
the sedentary feeling in your body, the enthusiasm that you feel is all lost, and you just don't feel like doing anything.
Fatigue.
So fatigue. So absolute fatigue. So all this because of the tamasic gun that is increasing in your body.
Okay.
Okay, so sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. So try to see that which food is good as per your prakriti. Try to have fresh, warm food,
जी.
and generally food that is cooked should be consumed within 3 hours as per
Okay.
Ayurveda.
So this is sattvic food.
Yes,
और इसके पहले you told about तामसिक food.
right.
Then राजसिक food क्या होते हैं?
राजसिक फूड जो है, जो हम खाना खाते हैं, इफ इट इज टू स्पाइसी, लॉट ऑफ ग्रीन चिलीज, लॉट ऑफ गरम मसाला, you are adding lot of pungent things like garlic ho, onion ho, and too much of this. The spices also should be in moderation. When we are using the garam masala or the cloves and cinnamon, all this
The
hot
food.
yes,
जो हम
so
बोलते
they
हैं.
increase the acid secretion too much in your body. Similarly, what I mentioned about curds. So curds as per Ayurveda is something which increases the amla pitta, or it increases the
Which is
pitta.
a rajasic food.
Yeah,
now.
the fermented food like idli, dosa and bread,
जी.
dokla, that also will increase the
Again, that is
pitta.
rajasic.
Rajasic food.
ओके सो
Correct.
राजसिक फूड ज़्यादा कंज्यूम करने से हमें कौन से चीज़ें फील होती हैं, लाइक व्हाट आर द डिसीजेस दैट कैन बी फॉर्म्ड, लाइक तामसिक से फटीग एंड दीज थिंग्स आर
Yeah.
इंक्रीजिंग.
So I'll give you an example with this. So generally a person who has had a late night food with lot of spicy food, जैसे कि पनीर मसाला हो, कुछ other thing which is a gravy item, lot of spices, late
Yeah.
food. So all that increases the pitta or the rajasic gun. They sleep late, and in the morning, suppose nowadays today teenagers also they have birthday parties होते हैं,
Yeah.
late तक होता है, so they'll eat late food. Next morning there is possibility that they have an exam also, but they will want to attend the birthday party. So वो late खाना, sleep late, rajasic गुण बढ़ जाता है, and then they go for the exam also.
या
So what is expected during the exam or anything that you want to work at, you need a concentration,
Yeah.
you need a peaceful mind, or you need to focus. So all that comes down because of rajasic gun. You become restless, you become more anxious, you become more nervous, you're not able to concentrate in what you're doing, and mainly because of the indigestion और जो पित्त जो बढ़ गया है, it will start giving even the physical issues. Stomach cramps आ सकते हैं,
Burping.
suddenly you will feel burping. So that interconnection, when you are concentrating even while writing your paper or giving or focusing on your meeting, these things will again make you feel restless. It will distract you. It will make you feel I'm getting all these burps. I don't know how to
so you
pacify
won't
it.
be able to concentrate on your work.
Concentrate on
So what food you are eating is creating an effect on your body.
it. Right.
Also, it is creating an effect on your mind. Is it creating an effect on you emotionally and spiritually as well?
Absolutely. So, absolutely. Because the food that we eat, what you eat is what you become, is what is said.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the food that we eat, as per Ayurveda, the wholesome food or the food on the whole is nourishing your body as well as the mind. It is not only for the body that we eat. So, when we are eating the food, it is definitely related to your mindset also. So, that is why when we say, when you are eating the food, do not eat in a hurry. Eat with a good mindset. Don't eat like when you're stressed, when you're feeling anxious, when you're sad.
हम stress eating जिसको बोलते हैं.
Basically when people are watching the television, when they eat, they watch the television with violence in the movie going on, or sometimes they are watching the mobile screen and different videos going on. So that is not as advisable, because that creates an impact. In fact, Ayurveda says the person who is cooking the food also, that also has an impact. How your kitchen environment is clean, that also has an impact on the food.
जी.
The food should be hygienic as well as clean. You should eat with a good mindset, that is a positivity, and that can help your body as well as the mind.
I have read about this and थोड़ा सा मैं इसमें elaborate करता हूँ कि जो मैंने पढ़ा था, the person who's cooking the food,
Yes.
उनके emotions जो चल रहे हैं, उनके mind में जो विचार आ रहे हैं,
Right.
somewhere it is getting attracted in the food as well.
Yes.
If you are
absolutely.
cooking with a very good heart, very happy
Yes.
heart, और आप बहुत healthy और खुशी से आप कुक कर रहे हो और आप किसी को खिला रहे हो, that person also feels like that.
Yes.
But same thing if you're cooking with a lot of negativity, you know, a lot of dark thoughts,
Right.
and you give that food to someone, that person is bound to, you know, feel sick. उनके
Right.
पेट में दर्द हो रहा है या फिर ऐसे
Absolutely.
प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकते हैं. इससे मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्या रही है कि आप सिर्फ फूड के फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट को कंज्यूम नहीं कर रहे
नहीं
हो,
कर रहे.
आप फूड के नेचर को भी कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं.
So here, when we are saying about the compassion, it is equally because when we see that the cook is coming to our place, she's also helping us. There, she comes to help us out. So we have to know that this is also express that gratitude, because every day it is not possible for us to put in our efforts and that much time to cook every day. Although we can cook for our own self, but it's because of the lack of time. So here I would also say that when I go to my clinic, at times I also carry food for my staff, because I know that, you know, they are also working the whole day, and especially my therapists and all, they do a lot of hard work with the panchakarma treatments and all that. So when I see their happy faces, it definitely gives me a good sense of satisfaction. And this is what I appreciate as a teamwork, because although I am trying to consult my patients and give them the best treatment that I can,
जी.
it is also their hard work that is equally necessary.
It is
and
giving you a feeling of compassion when you are distributing the food.
yes, it gives me a feeling of, you know, when I see their faces, that they are happy to relish that food, and I sometimes feel the relishing is more because of a gratitude, or because of the they feel about it, you know, more than the food itself. So that plays an important role.
Probably, you know, like you said कि आप खाना ऐसे खाओ या खाना ऐसे रखो जिसे आप सोच रहे हो कि आप भगवान को ऑफर कर रहे हो. तो हमारे जो फैमिली में या फैमिलीज़ में जनरली सबके एक ट्रेडिशन रहा है कि जब आप खाना पहले बनाओ तो आप भगवान को ऑफर करो, उसको एक तुलसी का लीफ रखो, एक नैवेद्य के जैसे रखो, एंड देन यू कंज्यूम इट. सो शायद कुक करते समय भी आप उस इमोशंस से उसको बनाओ. अगर हम ऐसे खाना कंज्यूम करते हैं जिसमें तामसिक खाना है, राजसिक खाना है, जिसे अच्छे इमोशन से नहीं बनाया गया है, what diseases or what problems is it creating for a person, emotionally also as well as physically also?
Yeah, so as I mentioned to you earlier,
Is it linked with depression, anxiety, stress?
anxiety, depression, we cannot directly relate only with the ahar. It is
Okay.
basically the lifestyle. It is basically the lifestyle of the person, that how, because what we have seen is that a person who is either in depression or a lot of anxiety, it is going on continuously. It is like as if the hammering on their brain, on their mindset, which is going on due to a chain of thoughts. Okay. And this can be due to some external factors, due to some incompetency, or that they are not able to plan out certain things, and that's how it slowly sets in, which they are not able to decide for themselves. But what happens in due course is that because these are all interrelated. A person who had come to me with she was in a depressive stage,
Okay.
and basically she used to feel that I'm not hungry. She used to stay awake late till night, wake up almost around 12 o'clock. Breakfast time was gone. She used to have her lunch because at any random time.
जी.
Evening, dinner ka kya hai? Because she used to feel so depressed, she used to tell her husband, ask for outside food. मुझे कुछ अच्छा खाना है बाहर से.
जी.
So not wanting to cook. So basically she had just put that onto herself, that I want, like this is it, you know, I'm not able to do anything. So for such people, or even otherwise, I tried to first set in certain rules for her slowly, and started with her sleep pattern. I told her, this is what you are supposed to first sleep at a proper time. Remove stop your mobile phone, everything else, and start sleeping on a regular time, and wake up at least not at 12 o'clock, but 7, 8, whatever is okay for you. I'm not trying to be rigid, but you need to be waking up at a proper time. Discipline yourself.
जी.
I told her to exercise and gave her certain set of exercises for the same. Yoga exercises are extremely good. Pranayam is what I recommend for many of them. Pranayam, meditation, Brahmari is what I have also seen many changes in people like this. And when I told her, automatically she said, yes, after the exercises, I started feeling hungry. Earlier, warm water is what I recommended. After that, her breakfast time, her lunch time, and evening, I told her no to basically outside food. So have anything, cook it yourself, cook whatever you want, but cook it. So she started getting involved in the cooking. So she could use her time in that, because she was sitting at home not wanting to go for work also.
You broke her patterns.
Yes. So that was very important. It took some time, but definitely it helped her along with the medication also, to detox also. But what she also, definitely the cooperation is necessary.
Yeah.
So when I told her that yes, you have definitely tried to bring in the changes, and that has helped her.
So just to simplify this, in today's generation, in today's day and age, अगर आपको सात्विक लाइफस्टाइल लानी है तो आप सीधा उसको इम्पोज नहीं कर सकते हो.
Yes, not at
तो
all.
आपको क्या करना होगा, लाइक व्हाट यू डू इज प्रोबेबली आप उसको ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न करते हो, आप उसको
Yes.
कस्टमाइज करके बना के दे देते हो.
As you said, it is very difficult, because there are many, there is a mass, or there are people that either they feel that we don't want to go to an Ayurvedic doctor because lot of pathya is told, lot of dietary restrictions are given, and I don't think we can follow this. They can change the doctor also for that purpose. So that's not our whole and soul. We know that certain lifestyle issues have set in for them, and they need to change the or bring in some modification.
If you speak of pathya, you give a medicine also and you ask them to do some lifestyle changes also.
Yes.
What if a person who is only taking the medicine and not doing the lifestyle changes?
Yeah, so definitely what we tell them is the pathya or the diet is very important, which goes hand in hand with the line of treatment, which is the medicines or the panchakarma that we advise. So here this ahar or the diet or the lifestyle changes are equally important. For example, a person who is having a lot of anxiety issues, hyperacidity or irritable bowel syndrome, so if that person has taken the medicines, they are going to get they'll feel better.
जी.
But it is going to reoccur if they don't follow a certain dietary restriction, what is advised to them as per their constitution, as per the stage of the disease or the ailment. So if they don't follow this, they don't restrict certain food habits, they are going to have the recurrence of the disease.
Okay, so you won't be able to take it out of the root and throw it off.
Yes, absolutely.
उसका रूट कहीं ना कहीं पे रहेगा ही जो reoccur करेगा बाद.
Reoccur karega. So if they follow the dietary pattern that is advised as per their constitution, yes, they definitely say. And then when they come also for the follow-up, they say, yes, once I had this and I realized, that I because they start thinking about it. They start getting aware of the diet that they were following earlier, and now that they need to reform. And then they also observe the changes in that.
So today you are custom building, some behavioral patterns,
Yeah.
sattvic lifestyle for normal people like us. What if a person, just like an example, what if a person totally follows a sattvic diet and a sattvic lifestyle? तो वो अपने लाइफ में क्या प्रोग्रेस एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता है?
Progress expect कर सकते हैं.
जी.
See, it is each one's progress and goal can be different.
Yeah, but generally,
Yeah.
like physically,
Sattvikta-
mentally, or just due to all these things combined together, उसकी productivity में कुछ.
Yes. So definitely the Sattvikta and even what we, the texts say or the yogic texts say, Ayurveda says is the final is the moksha. But here what we want moksha or something from the sufferings or the diseases, or we need to have a healthy life, as much as possible, a long life and a healthy life is what every person wants to aim.
जी.
So this Sattvic food, the Sattvic lifestyle that a person will try to follow, will try to bring in all those that Sattvikta. It is also the kindness, compassionate, all these elements also, the nature of the person starts changing. And definitely I have seen that, and people also experience that. So the Sattvic food, the discipline, what they set in, this regularity that they try to plan out their day, and many changes that they can make accordingly in their Sattvic lifestyle, sleeping at a good time. So all this brings or nurtures their Sattvic gun within their body and the mind, and the Rajasic and the Tamasic gun slowly are brought down further. So probably Sattva, Raja, Tama are all there which are termed the manasik doshas. So they are there in every person. What we want to do, bring them in balance and then later increase the sattva gun. So sattva gun will balance the other doshas, that is the manasik doshas, and because of that, the person will start experiencing calmness, will start experiencing that how they react to a situation. They will not try to be very violent or very rude to some person. They will try to tackle the situation in a better way, try to be more patient with that situation or with that person,
जी.
and they will be able to handle their daily struggle or their daily path of life in a better way. Because when you want to achieve a better goal or the last goal, there are many obstacles which keep coming on a daily basis. So the person will be able to tackle this in the much better way when the sattvikta increases.
So today's day and age, one more thing is very evident, is that at a young age, in men, a lot of people are facing generally hair loss,
Yeah,
या फिर some sexual problems probably. And in females, we can see PCOD is very evident.
right.
Are these causes of a bad lifestyle, bad food habits?
Yes.
And how do they exactly affect these diseases?
So see, the lifestyle diseases that have set in and that we are seeing over the period of time, like mainly because of irregular eating habits, the sleep, because ahar, vihar and nidra are the three pillars what Ayurveda says. So what
Okay.
you follow in your lifestyle, what you eat, the way your routine is set in, your sleeping habits has an impact on your body as well as the mind. So when this is disturbed, and that too continuously, it's not that just because of a travel once or sometimes during a short period, it's not that, but it starts setting in as your behavior. Okay, so when this behavior sets in, that they sleep late, they wake up late, they eat at irregular times,
एक पैटर्न बन जाता है.
pattern ban jata hai. So because of this, the lifestyle issues start setting in.
Okay.
And that most important, what is seen as weight gain, your metabolism is disturbed, your digestive fire it goes erratic, and because of this you start having weight gain associated issues, like it can be hypertension, diabetes, PCOD, or even heart related problems,
जी.
hair fall and baki to hai hi, because that all comes in because of either not having a proper ahar, what we say, proper nutritious wholesome diet that is required. There are many other external factors also associated, like stress, what
जी.
we are seeing with
Again, then
most
stress
of
is
the
also
people.
a result of not following a good lifestyle.
Yeah, it's vice versa. A person who is stressed may not be able to eat also
Okay.
at proper time, getting late to come back home, or even because of the stress, he doesn't want to eat, he or she, and tries to think that I'll have the next day or eat at 2 a.m. in the morning after my work is completed. And they just try to push off their meal timings. They sleep at erratic hours. So all that matters. And that's how all this problem sets in. Like even PCOD, which you mentioned, is being seen very commonly of late. And definitely, along with the medication, when we try to tell them to follow certain dietary restrictions, try to follow a certain lifestyle which they can manage. Now, as you said, yes, many people say there is a lack of time. We are not able to do this, we are not able to do that because
जी.
time kahan hai. We have to rush, we have to meet our targets, we have to
Yeah.
do this. So it's impossible. So that is agreeable. बट फिर भी उसमें टाइम कैसे निकाला जाता है, या एटलीस्ट थ्राइस अ वीक हाउ दे कैन मैनेज टू रेगुलेट एंड फाइंड टाइम फॉर एक्सरसाइज और even regulate their daily schedule. This is
If
definitely
not daily, at least thrice a week you should try to exercise.
yeah, but see, finding out, chalking out 15 minutes is not something
Yeah, it's
very
not difficult
difficult.
at all. Yeah.
I have seen there are many doctors also, they have a very busy lifestyle, but in the morning they will try to find time. And any activity, it can be like right from going to the gym, for doing a small 15-minute exercise at home, or anything that they can follow. If you want to follow some hobby, even that is good, like dancing ho, any aerobic or Zumba ho.
hai.
So anything that can keep them, mentally and physically in a healthy state of mind, because this is very important. the blood circulation, for your nervous system. Exercise, you're following yogic exercises, asanas. And we recommend even Pavan Muktasan and few other asanas for people who have PCOD. So it has really benefited.
Going ahead, in our Hindu texts, in our tradition, non-vegetarian food is not considered good. Spiritually, आपके ऊपर वो बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट करता है. Similarly, alcohol is again, it has a lot of bad effect on you spiritually. Nicotine smoking creates the same effect. As a doctor and as an Ayurvedic doctor, is it true? And if yes, then वो क्या इफेक्ट क्रिएट कर रहा है एक्चुअली आपकी बॉडी पे?
Alcohol, non-vegetarian food.
Yeah, and smoking for that matter.
Yeah. So see, basically all these, whatever, as you said about, first we'll say about alcohol and smoking. This eventually, because again of stress, because of peer pressure around some of them, it starts building in as a habit. Okay. Initially it is just started as a, some
ट्राई करके देखते
try करके देखते हैं, but then it starts setting in as a habit. It becomes slowly, it gets into your habit and as an addiction.
Yeah.
Anything as an addiction is not good for your body as well as the mind. Even if you go with tea and coffee, it is the same. People are consuming daily lots of, almost more than 10 cups of tea, coffee, just because they feel relaxed. Same thing with alcohol, smoking. It is a momentary feeling of happiness, or just feeling that, their stress will be at ease. They will be able to tackle stress in a better way by, smoking, or by having extra glass or peg of, alcohol. But that is not what is actually, in the long run, what it finally has an impact. The Rajasic and the Tamasic gun, or the Pitta and the Kapha, that increases in your body. They will block the channels, certain channels within your body. What Ayurveda says is trotas, the channels. So these blockages can lead to many ailments, like what we have seen in people who are smoking, right from lung infections to PCOD, what is said, even heart related issues that generally come up with. Obesity is definitely there because they are not following a particular pattern of lifestyle.
Correct.
And mainly getting addicted to these things is not advisable.
So after a point in time, you are not consuming these things. These things are consuming you.
Yes, absolutely. So this
And
is
what
what
about
happens.
non-vegetarian food?
Yeah, so non-vegetarian food is something what generally it is recommended that when you are talking about, when we say about sattvic food, the plant food, which has a good amount of fiber, which is generally good, easily soluble, digestible, is what is recommended for every person. Now it is each one's constitution and how they take, but what is it is non-vegetarian always takes time. There is also time to digest. Also, it is finally a slaughter and then eating the non-vegetarian food. So
Again,
the
you are also
emotions-
consuming the nature and the emotions of
the
that food.
emotions where there is fear, where there is slaughter. So all that comes along with the eating of non-vegetarian food. So it is finally here when we are talking about sattvic food, important is restricting non-veg food as much as you can and going with the high fiber plant-based, or the leafy vegetables, generally the cooked vegetables, which are more nourishing.
A lot of people who work out in any sort of manner will always have a question कि अगर नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड हम बंद कर दें तो हमारे लिए उतना सोर्स ऑफ प्रोटीन नहीं है वेजिटेरियन फूड में. तो इफ यू स्पीक ऑफ सात्विक फूड्स, इज देयर रिच सोर्स ऑफ प्रोटीन जिसे हम कंज्यूम कर सकते हैं?
Yeah, so rich source of protein is what I told you initially is good amount of green gram, that is मूंग जो बोलते हैं. So mugdayush या green मूंग soup is definitely something we recommend. A bowl of sprouted boiled moong is equally advisable as a good source of protein.
जी.
Similarly, paneer is also good. They can have जैसे कि चना हो, even that has proteins. But what happens is with any kind of these chana, rajma, chole, as per Ayurveda, it is also gastric. So you need to see how it is cooked, in what way it is cooked, because what we say is how you sanskarit कैसे करना है उसको. That is when we use jeera or we use carminatives, they can be used in a better way when we use black pepper, and such food can be consumed in a better way. हाँ, सो सिमिलरली जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल है कि हम बोलते हैं कि दही नहीं खाना है, बट यू कैन हैव इट इज मेड इनटू छाछ. ओके, सो मथ के वी मेक इट बटर मिल्क आउट.
Buttermilk we can consume, but curd is not good.
Yeah, curd is not good. Buttermilk is advisable, and buttermilk can be had post lunch or any time in the day, but before 5 p.m. Okay. And similarly, when suppose in some season or as per Prakruti, if a person wants to have curds, like for example, it is this rainy season, a person who is wanting or used to curds, वो कर्ड्स को या दही को फेंटना है, उसमें ब्लैक पेपर और गुड़ दैट इज जैगरी डाल के दे कैन हैव इट. Otherwise, buttermilk is the best option as per Ayurveda, and that's recommended, or it is called Amrut, which is good in every way.
I am sure, after today's podcast, everybody, including myself, हमें बहुत ज़्यादा इंसाइट मिली है, बहुत ज़्यादा इनपुट मिला है, काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें सीखने मिली हैं.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, because you mentioned about hair fall, and
Yeah.
here we are talking about protein intake.
जी.
So definitely the proteins are necessary. Hair fall किस वजह से हो रहा है? Whether it is the male pattern baldness in males, whether it is some underlying issue, it can be anemia, it can be some local issue like dandruff, alopecia, pathological issue, and in females, like problems like PCOD, nutritional deficiency, anemia, all this can also lead to hair fall. तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि क्या कॉज है, कॉजेटिव फैक्टर जानना ज़रूरी है. Then we can treat it accordingly, treat the nutritional deficiency, give good amount of protein, because protein भी digest करने के लिए आपका digestive fire या metabolism should be good.
Yeah.
That is the baseline. So good amount of protein हो, good sources of calcium हो, milk जैसे मैंने गोदूध के बारे में बोला,
जी.
so that is also equally important. So we generally try to give them a good diet along with the medication.
Okay. So thank you so much for all the insights. Thank you so much for
Most
educating us
welcome,
so
most
much about Satvikta, about Ayurveda. And I'm sure, everybody, including me, has learned a lot. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yashraj.
Thank you.